morning, grand rising, all of that good stuff like that. And to those overnight workers, good night. Enjoy your sleep and say your prayers. You feel me? Thank God for all He has done for you. I said I'm gonna start opening up my shows like this. I forgot to open up yesterday like this. Those who honor Israel shall be blessed. Okay, all right, let's get into this. So, they talking about academics versus Charlemagne. Nah, this is wild. This is wild. First of all, very entertaining. Let's keep it like that. We're not talking about two mobsters, two gangsters. We're talking about two rich Negroes who are media personalities, great in their own space, legends. It's almost like a great kickboxer versus a great wrestler. I wouldn't say an ultimate fighter or mixed martial artist because that encompasses having multiple skills. Both of them are masters at one craft, but it's in the same industry. One is a master radio disc jockey, and the other one is a digital media content creator personality. They do great in their space. My thing is this, right? I'm gonna start talking about a few of the little things that stand out to me really quick. We get a little mess going on back here, but I gotta actually cook, cooking breakfast and whatnot. So just bear with me as I cook and do my thing. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying? And my breakfast, what am I cooking for breakfast? You might ask. Yes, sir. Got the chicken going right now. Instead of ground beef, we're doing chicken. Chicken cheaper right now, boy. Y'all know, boy. Them prices ain't sweet out here, man. Yeah, them prices ain't sweet, boy. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Add a little bit more water. I'm about ready to sear this now. I'm gonna just sear it. So this is my thing, though. We talking about academics and Charlemagne. This is my thing. If you see something go down with somebody, right? Let's say you know you got some dirt on somebody, but you don't speak on it. You just hold it to yourself. You would be a lame-o. Make me take you back with the old school terminology. You would be a lame-o. You hungry? Yo, that chicken looking good. Wow. You will see when I'm finished. I don't feel like grabbing the camera and flipping it all up. I'm cooking macaroni. I'm cooking hamburger helper, but instead of cheeseburger helper, I'm mixing chicken instead. You feel me? It's my breakfast. But anyway, this is my thing. If you got dirt on somebody and you withhold information, and then when all of a sudden you and that person fall out, you want to try to act like, oh, look at this person. That make you a foul person. That means you condoned it. Perfect example. I've been speaking out against R. Kelly. I would have never just kept my peace and then come out one day and me and R. Kelly get in beef and be like, oh man, nigga, that nigga been sleeping with little girls or this and that. Okay, but if he was your man's before, that means you condone that behavior. You make yourself look crazy. Tell me something I haven't heard. Don't go to speak. Don't be Captain Obvious, and you start. Oh man, let me bring up shit that everybody knows or whatever the case may be. So let me read some of these things real quick. Say, yo, you too loud. I apologize. Let me speak a little more calmer. What are you cooking? I already said that. What are you making? I'm making cheeseburger helper with chicken. So this my thing is this though. So mind you, like I said, for those who just coming in who missed it, what I basically said was we talking about a great wrestler versus a great karate expert. That's how Charlemagne versus academics is. They're in the same industry, but they're not in the same lane. Like they really don't have to cross paths because it's not like it's a radio disc jockey on a morning time show versus another radio disc jockey on the morning time. It's a media digital content creator versus a radio disc jockey. Both of them is top notch in they fields. You can't deny it. Now, let me just speak on it because I got things to say about both sides, but I got to talk about the academic side first. You should, before you throw a stone at somebody, you should already be prepared for the rebuttal. If I'm Charlemagne, I'm looking at it like, nigga, if you want to be funny,
Academics that sound kind of weird ass like slime ball shit, like about them young hoes and shit, like. And when you look at a nigga like that, I can't really speak now because I'm getting big myself, proud of it, been skinny my whole life. But a traditional fat nigga who don't get the best of women is like niggas do desperate things. And he's condoned a lot of weird behavior. So if you're gonna attack Charlemagne, you so gifted in being an orator that you don't have to go for the fucking low hanging fruit. Go for fucking some like shit that niggas ain't never even heard. Like how you was saying when you was pumping that Kendrick and Drake beef, and you like Kendrick is just being like going for low hanging fruit. You need to be on the same, take your same advice. They tell us some shit we don't know or haven't heard about Charlemagne. Whether it be a rumor, allegation, lie, do something. But motherfucking don't give us no low hanging fruit. And then on the opposite spectrum of that, as far as Charlemagne go, you feel me? Heavy is like Axe said, who wears the crown? Negro, you haven't been the greatest friend to us black people as you appear. You say mental health. You said, first of all, before I get into Charlamagne, I gotta talk about the allegation real quick. I'm gonna get into it briefly. The allegation is, and Tasha K was the one who brought it to the light. That's why I'm like, academics, you like 3 years late. But the point is, freaking and nobody roasted it. If we're just talking about the beef, nobody ever gonna roast Charlemagne the way your boy Funk Master Flex did. Go back and listen to the tapes. That nigga was fucking hilarious. You need to take a note out of Funk Master Flex when he went on an hour rant and he was just dropping bombs. And he was like, "Your dad was at." He was talking about Envy too. He was going in. He said, "And Queens guy, that Queens guy." Oh, he was going ham. My point is though, let's talk about the victim or alleged victim. I'm so disappointed in the mother that I just let my hands go with this shit. Because I don't like allegations of molestation. That shit get my blood boiling and all that fuck shit. Anyway, we focus on cooking. That's why I wanted to wait and cook first and shit like that. But let's get into it. We about to get into it. Hold on. My thing is this. If you the mom, I don't like the mom excuse. It make the shit seem fugazi. What I mean by that is the mom say, "Oh, I was trying to protect my daughter, so I didn't press charges." How is that protecting your daughter? That shit, like the mom deserves to get slapped in her shit by anybody. Like who thinks that protecting your anything is okay? We're not gonna go to the police about it. This shit starts to seem like a shakedown. You know me, when I hear the allegations, I see the girl crying, "Oh, my fucking blood was boiling." Bitch, I was like, this little raccoon eye bastard motherfucker. Oh, I was fucking 38 hot. But the more I see the shit and I hear the mom, and this shit seems like a shakedown. Like, unless the mom got a mental fucking, like, disability or intellectual disability, if you fucking normal, lady, you're not normal. Because, like, you're just a horrible parent. First of all, what if we just go get into the merits of the shit, not justifying none of that shit? Because if it happened, fuck nigga supposed to have up in jail, you know, the law, the time statute of limitations don't pass. With that said, though, looking at the mother part, what mother has their child, 15 years old, out at a fucking, you don't know where your 15-year-old child at? Automatically, you a fucked up parent. You should already, you can't tell me a 15-year-old, especially a girl, get to move like she grown. That kitchen is atrocious. I appreciate that. You can't tell me that, but tell me how, I was about to show you the view and stunt, but don't worry about the view. The view is something that you will only see in a postcard. But don't worry about that, though. That's none of your business. It's mine. It's my kitchen, my house, my land, my property, my hard-working hands. Fucking all that. See all that? Bitch, no knuckles and all that shit, nigga. That's motherfucking hard work hands, nigga. Anyway, point is, so the lady claiming she out there talking about, "Oh, well, we didn't want to press charges because I wanted to protect her. Now you want to come back. So what you doing now then? Trying to get you some money? Motherfucker, what? That's gonna heal her wounds? Cause money don't heal no fucking wounds. Money can money is symbolic. It's like when a motherfucker do you wrong, you seek financial compensation because this is what motherfuckers tighten up their practices. Whether it be a business, whether it be an individual, when you hit a tap that pocket, a person course of action changes. That's where the money is symbolic at. But as far as the money healing, it'll never fucking correct if you've been raped or molested. Bitch, that's only thing the money can do is sponsor your alcoholism, sponsor your drug abuse to try to self-medicate past that shit. But as far as the money just itself, oh, you got money now, it compensates, it never goes. So I'm so disappointed in the mother who failed her daughter. Even if the allegation, if it happened or it didn't happen, you still failed your daughter. She should have never been at that party as a mother. You should have been putting belt the ass and leading by example. And that anyway. Now, you know what's so funny? So now let's get into the Charlemagne part of it. Now, for Charlemagne, I'm sitting here with my 200. First of all, I gotta go back a couple days. I'm letting my water warm up right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just put the pasta in right now. I gotta go back to when Kevin Hart was there. And he threw Kevin Hart all these softball questions. Then he tried to make a joke and was like, well, what was Cat Williams there for anyway? I thought he didn't like Hollywood. Pussy nigga. First of all, he told you what he was there for. He said the money. That don't make him a part of Hollywood. He came, did a fucking show. He's always kept it real. Even if he was a part of Hollywood, we would never consider Cat Williams to be. See, that was like a backhanded blow at Cat Williams. That be the sucker shit Charlotte be doing. And this is what he's trying to do where I can understand academics get pissed. Trying to keep his hands clean while getting them dirty at the same time. Only way you can do that is with gloves. That's why Western said he's taking the gloves off. Actually, he's taking the glove. I would like to harpen it and imagine that if he was taking his gloves off. Not I'm taking my gloves off. No, I'm taking your gloves off, nigga. You're going to get your hands dirty with me. I'm going to take you to the mud with me. If I'm in the mud, bitch, I'm pulling you down with me. We both finna get dirty. Because Mr. 250 million, bro, you move funny as fuck. And you move with this under this umbrella of mental health peace and pro-blackness. But when you got them big timers in your face, you don't give. Now, to your credit, y'all drilled Dana White. That's what kind of put y'all back on the map. That was dope as fuck. But that's Dana White. Not to say like the market like he's a nobody. He's definitely an important person to go after. But you will never go after Lucien Grange. None of you motherfuckers. I want to see. Say something about it. Say something about the practices and how they been. Yeah, you talked about the girl, the lady who started Desperate Housewives. No, I call it Desperate Housewives. I don't know what Desperate to me. Real Housewives of Atlanta. You was like, oh, you pimping them hoes. You said that on one of your little shits. When she came in, you called her a pimp. So you kind of did the Kevin Hart shit when Kevin Hart was going after the black women. We didn't say shit about the crackers that just dissed the fuck out of him. Anyway, my point that I'm making is when he was on your show, Kevin Hart that beat, and he just said one example. I ain't gonna talk about how y'all did Jill Stein so dirty. Oh my fucking God. Y'all did Jill Stein like she was a piece of shit. It was a fucking, what they call it, a hit piece. It was a hit piece. And then you brought that little political pundit y'all used to have, the red lady, I can't remember her damn name. Whoever watched the Breakfast Club know her name. But she came in and she was just a hit piece, one way Kamala Harris train. It was nothing that was a dialogue for understanding when you try to get understanding as what the Green Party is about, what they represent, what positivity they bring to the black community since the Breakfast Club is supposed to be for the culture. But if you was to ever take a Breakfast Club camera and you pan that camera around, ain't nothing but white boys in that bitch. Ain't nothing but white and some niggas in a chair. And we like, oh, it's the culture. That's how it is in most of this shit. And behind the cameras, the sound man, the mic man, the whatever man, the Q, what they call it, the fucking whatever. All these niggas is white. Only person, the visual you getting is a black show, but it's really a white product. And going back to academic, like I said, it's both sides. Because now I'm finding out academics run around with a fucking Asian dude call himself Grand Wizard and shit. It's like, fool, what you doing? You already said something about like some niggas is chimping out. I'm like, fam, I understand you're not FBA. I understand, but you've been in New York, up north long enough to have had like a black cultural awakening of Black America and understand sensitive shit. You act like you don't get it, fam. You really act like you don't get it. And or you just disconnected, you're detached. So this is what I want to get to the beginning of on the genesis of this conversation to say these are two rich niggas going at each other, rich nigga problems. And let's just say it's supposed to be sponsored by Jay-Z. Another rich nigga. Once again, it's so funny because it's almost like, imagine if there was another Steven in Django. Just imagine if it was another Steven. Steven going at Steven. Sponsored by Steven. The big Steven. Jay-Z. Nigga who threw Colin Kaepernick under the table and said we ain't kneeling no more. And Funk Master Flex went at him too. Y'all should check that episode out. When Funk Master Flex get on a nigga ass, boy, he get on their ass. He was like, you was at the Barclays. Oh boy, Funk Master. Anyway, point that I'm making is it's entertaining to see CTG and Act go at it. I don't think it'll come into nothing big. I don't think it'll cost them their careers. But it's entertaining when you get to see the Stevens go at it. Maybe they can get some perspective from this. I think after they peel back the layers on each other and we get to discover different things about them, then they'll say, okay, we don't beat each other up. It's sort of like an election. The primaries. Primaries, motherfuckers beat each other up. By the time you get to the general election, it's like, damn, do I really want to vote for this motherfucker? Like, you learn so much about them in the primaries. And then, so it's like, that's kind of what this is. They peeling back the layers on each other. It's going to be things coming out in the up and coming weeks about each other. It's going to be funny as hell. It's going to provide a lot of clip for the Clippers, clip pieces. It's going to provide me doing commentary on it and other commentary of folks who got an opinion on it. And to me, what it ultimately does is perspective. I want you to know something perspective. Like, perfect example, I was talking about a skit that I wanted to do with, like, two people fighting, but one person keeps swinging on the other person, and then they saying that they finna stop fighting, but they steady swinging on each other. I wanted to do that like an analogy of Iran and America, and then I was talking about I would make it a funny skit. Another funny skit that I was thinking about, because I don't mind at this point just giving them out. I might do it one day or somebody will do it for me. Who cares? But I wanted to do this funny skit where it's called Perspective. That's the name of the skit. And it'll be a New York kid in a down south, when I say down south, I'm talking about South Florida, in a down south classroom. And he'll be talking about another kid, right? And he'll go to the kid, he'll be like, and they'll be arguing. He say, your mother. And so the kid get mad and he tell the teacher. And the teacher said, what did he do to piss you off while y'all about to fight? He say, man, he said something, he talked about me. She's like, what'd he say? He said my mother. She said, did he talk about your mama or your mother? He gonna be like, he said my mother. And then she gonna be like, okay, he ain't talking about your mama. Perspective. Like, you ain't talking about my mama, because that's what we call our mama. And then up north, it'd have been the vice versa. A down south kid from South Florida move up north, he get in an argument with a New Yorker kid in school, and he say, your mama. Then he go to the teacher because he ready to fight. And the teacher like, what he do? He like, man, he talk about my mama. And then a New York teacher say to him, but did he talk about your mother? And then he'd be like, you're right. That's perspective. That's the funny part of the shit. It's like they say mother instead of mother. They say M-U-V-A, mother. And so perspective, how when you look at a picture from the outside, you can start to say, oh, this is what I've learned. It's not as serious as I thought. And that's the same thing I'm cooking, y'all, for those who just coming in. So I'm out the frame a little bit. Y'all wait till y'all see this bit get done, though. It's almost done, too. And so probably like 5 more minutes. And so that's what I mean by perspective. Let me just show y'all what I do with my apple juice, because I'm thirsty as hell right now. I've been doing this forever. I can't drink straight up apple juice. I love distilled water. It's the best water. People say they got something against distilled water because it takes out all the impurities and there's no minerals in it. But to me, it's my own vitamin water because everything, if you think about it, every natural fruit, being apple juice, my favorite, it grows from water. It already got water in it. All you gotta do is dilute all the sugar and shit. And then you got your water and every mineral that you would have had with your water. So that's my thing. But anyway, perspective. I think the academics and Charlamagne, let me see what he come and saying real quick. On the spray paint, on this, that's not, this, first of all, ceiling is spelled Ceiling. My brother. That's not even a typo. That was you actually thinking ceiling was spelled like that. So I'm assuming you're a robot. Because that's just awful spelling. It's crazy as fuck. Oh, bet, man. Like that's my personality though. Like my old girl, she was like, "Are you on acid?" Because what's gonna go right here is a dragon. There's gonna be a dragon. Imagine the dragon is of this. It reminded me of Sprite when I was doing it, like the Sprite soda. But it's gonna be a dragon, and he gonna be blowing out fire. That shit gonna be dope as fuck. And then what I did with the fridge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's me. I'm an artist, dog. Like that's just my thing. So anyway, the point is, that's my take on the whole Charlamagne, DJ Academics thing. Is two rich niggas going at it, gonna provide us some entertainment, and then at the end of the day, they'll still be rich. At the end of the day, we'll have perspective, and I think at the end, the best thing that could come out of it is they teach us how to resolve problems. Now, what they could do to provide the ultimate lesson, if they want to provide the ultimate lesson, they could teach us how to resolve the problems without it coming to a head. What I mean by resolve the problems without it coming to a head is fix it before it becomes something. Like it's already out there in media that y'all beefing, but don't let it become a Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, and it take years to mend or months to mend. Freaking mend it, nip it in the bud. Give each other a call. Hey man, listen, I don't appreciate this. What we gotta do to fix this shit. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go through it. And when we go through it, we're gonna end up tight at some point, or not even tight, but we probably gonna, if we go to hell on each other, we probably never gonna be cool again. So how can we fix this? We don't gotta be buddy buddy, but how can we resolve this and teach black men, because there's a bunch of black men watching, white people too, but teach other black men, especially Charlotte, you the older person, you the richer person. I think the responsibility is even more on you than it is even Act. He might got more of a cultural influence possibly to certain demographics, but you are the more successful person. Period. Two rich niggas, like I said, both successful, extremely successful, but you by far have generational, multi-generational success, and you're older and you've been in the game, and you took a one thing about it. Damn, I think I put too much of that sauce in this bitch. Ugh, I don't know what. I'm talking and shit, not paying attention. I'm gonna add that chicken in it too, though. That chicken gonna tighten it up, so the chicken at the top will take. But the bottom line is, though, I think that which your success is up to you. The onus is on you because you got a bigger platform and you gotta guard your platform. You feed a lot of people, and you gotta look at it like that. You're not just you. You're a brand, and now you're representing a big brand, Netflix. So I think the onus is on you to call, bro, because the way the story was conveyed, the way I heard the story of you calling him and you telling him, "Hey man, watch your back, man. Watch who you hang with." That shit sound wild. Remind me of Belly, that nigga with the banana about to drop down on that nigga. That's the vibe it gives. Now, let me show you the chicken real quick, cause I did my thing the way I seared this chicken. I ain't even playing with this shit. Is it showing a bit? Damn, why my phone looks so dark, man? Where's the brightness at?
talking about rotation, orientation, well. Anyway, yeah. So I seared my chicken. I'm gonna drop that chicken in. Just give me a second. I mess that bitch up. Hold up. And that's my thing, though. I hope they find a way they can resolve their issues before it get too big. But I will say, having said that, if it do get too big, I'm here for the entertainment. I am down sure here for the laughter. Because I know act about to go in and be funny as hell. And Charlamagne funny too. So there's gonna be a battle between two geniuses at cynical comedy. Even though I say Charlamagne more cynical and Act is more, it's just New York funny. Like New York motherfuckers always been funny to me. They just naturally funny. So you don't never want to get in a roast with a New Yorker unless you plan on fighting that motherfucker or something. Now let me show you the chicken hamburger helper now. So I'll be back later on. You feel me? I'm a night owl. This my breakfast. I finish eating my breakfast, take my ass to sleep, and then I get back up in the afternoon, see what has transpired through the day for me to speak on. With that said, y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. God bless. Good morning to those just waking up. Good night to those just getting off. That part, love. Those who bless Israel shall be blessed. I'm out.